morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night once again. As always, when you think you're done with something on YouTube for the morning moment, or moving on to do something else, you see something else that you forgot that you wanted to look at or whatever. In this case, so as a child of the '80s and '90s, one of the many cartoons and things I watched, Saturday mornings, like '80s especially, or younger, was He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, and She-Ra, uh, after when it came, which for anyone who knows the lore, She-Ra is the twin sister of He-Man. Anyway, so DreamWorks TV has a She-Ra reboot called She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. I remember hearing about this a while ago, and I was like, okay. Which, even though they've had various incarnations of He-Man, they've been short-lived, and movie-wise, they still haven't been able to crack that. But anyway, so let's check out She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Lord Hordak has been watching you, Adora. He thinks you are a fine candidate for Force Captain.
You've been promoted?
Your mission is to destroy the Princess's rebellion.
This is what I've been working for my entire life. I wonder what's even outside the Fright Zone. We're gonna see the world and conquer it. Ketra, slow down!
Adora.
Ketra?
Our planet needs you. Cool. The sword has chosen you. The time has come for your destiny.
Glimmer? I see her, bro. All I did was pick up the sword and then whoosh! I'm in a tiara! We can't trust her.
Your army is called the Evil Horde.
Who calls us that?
Everybody!
I know the legend of the warrior called She-Ra. They said she would return to us in the hour of our greatest need.
There's something you should know. Horde soldier! I know you have no reason to trust me, but I'm ready to fight to stop the Horde.
The rebellion accepts your allegiance. She-Ra, Princess of Power.
That's the coolest name I've ever heard.
Ketra? What are you doing here? Come on, let's go home already. I'm not going home. The Horde is evil. They've been lying to us. You have to help me. What happened to you? I'm sorry, Ketra.
She's just like every other princess. All sparkle, no substance.
What are you all doing here?
We want to rebuild the Princess Alliance.
You each have a skill that only you can do.
The Horde almost destroyed my home. I want to help fight them. Plus, your friend over there can turn into a 8-foot-tall lady with a sword, and I want her on my side.
Stop her!
Proceed, Force Captain Ketra.
This isn't over! Okay, sword. Let's do this! For the honor of Grayskull!
She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. Adora.
Alright, so that was interesting. I mean, animation style's cool. Obviously more kid looking, if you will, driven. I mean, this is what the series, I guess, is supposed to be in the print. I mean, again, it's not just She-Ra, Princess of Power, and the princesses. So, looping in those other princesses, and all that. And, we have the same basic premise as the original She-Ra, where, well, to what extent we'll see. Okay, because we're in the original He-Man and She-Ra series. Adora was kidnapped by Hordak and brought to her world, if I remember right, another dimension. And, same thing, taught to believe a certain way, raising through the ranks, to become Force Captain of the Horde. And then has, awakening, learns that's not true. Now, again, even though it's years and years ago, which makes me kind of want to go back and I know it's on YouTube somewhere. Watch that original '80s movie, as cheesy as it is. But she ends up finding out that again, she is Adora of Eternia, Prince Adam, He-Man's sister, and hence, as she does at the end, hold, up her sword just for the honor of Grayskull, which is in reference to Castle Grayskull, which is from He-Man, which, big green castle, front shaped like a skull, Grayskull, protected by the sorceress, yada, yada, yada. So, with that mention, will there still be a tie to He-Man? And we, see some allusions or Easter eggs concerning the Masters of the Universe, or not? Because again, she in this she just finds the sword randomly, and she can transform into She-Ra. She the coalition, join all that again, all those similar ish uh, things, similar origin type from the original series. But again, as there's no He-Man that we've seen in this, I mean, it's just a first trailer. I get that, but nothing to show that connection more. I'm curious. Like I said, will it just be completely separate story from that before this review complete, or is it something they do intend to work back into, and I guess also have plans for something concerning He-Man? Interesting. But, you know, excuse the phrase age old, is that age old thing I think that people, children or adults, may resonate with, again, that, you can be taught to believe one thing, your whole life, and then be completely upended and shown that that is not the case. And then it's a matter of what you choose to do with that. In this case, again, She-Ra, Catra, best friends. It looks like, and then she sees the light, if you will, with her sword and whatever. And as that one guy refers to, you're part of the evil horde. Who calls us that? Everyone. She was so deluded, for lack of a better word, by the worldview that she had been taught by Hordak and the Empire, that she thought she was a good guy. Which, again, all truly great villains believe they're the good guys, in their own way. But then, like, again, once you learn the truth, what do you do with that? Where she chooses to then fight for the forces of good, and Catra refuses to believe that, and I'm guessing it'll extrapolate on that theme, and then of course just go into the adventures of She-Ra and the princesses of power. Yeah, that whole princesses of power. I don't know. Like I said, that then they showed each of the princesses, the princess coalition, I think is what they called it. Their different powers and this and that. That's when it turned from, okay, I mean, it's a cartoon, but again, cartoons are not just for kids. Cartoons can still be for teens and adults, being, again, anime in general. But even, Americanized cartoons like this, where you have a more, it's playful, but a more serious tone in it. But then, like I said, we see the princesses, and that, to me, suggested more kid-friendly product placement, toys and whatnot, which, back in the day, in the 80s and 90s, that's what cartoons were. They were advertisement for toys and whatnot. Not as much so now, but still, product placement is, not product placement, but potential products from your IP, from whatever it is always something that they look at. So, anyways, as a Netflix series, I think it might be interesting. Again, like, Voltron, when Legendary Defender came to Netflix, of course, I was kind of like, I don't know if I was extremely skeptical, or maybe a little skeptical, because again, there was Voltron Force before that, which I kind of like. Voltron 3D, but I was like, okay, another rendition of Voltron, and I love Voltron Legendary Defender on Netflix. So maybe She-Ra will have a little of that too, and after watching it, and seeing how it is, that just kiddie feel, will go by the way. But who knows? We'll see. Anyway, so that is my reaction, my thoughts on DreamWorks, She-Ra and the Princesses of Power, which is going to be on Netflix. And let me know what you think of it, my commentary, and as always, any comments, suggestions are always appreciated. So always feel free to share, subscribe, hopefully give a like. Dislikes, don't really like those. And yeah, thanks for watching.